1920 was the year baseball changed forever. Drama, legends, and a game that captured America's heart. Buckle up because we're about to dive into one of the most pivotal years in baseball history. Welcome back to How Baseball Became America's Pastime, the series where we take you through the game's most transformative moments. Today, we're jumping into 1920, a year of tragedy, triumph, and transition for Major League Baseball. Following the Black Sox scandal, the MLB took steps to ensure the game's integrity, including appointing Kennesaw Mountain Landis as its first commissioner. The 1920 season was pivotal as baseball attempted to restore its reputation among fans and the media alike. Babe Ruth was a superstar. In 1920, the Sultan of SWAT smashed his way into the record books, hitting an unprecedented 54 home runs for the New York Yankees. He revolutionized the game by making the home run an essential part of baseball's appeal. Fans packed the stadiums just to see this one-man wrecking crew send balls flying out of the park. The 1920 offseason included a monumental trade as the Boston Red Sox sent Babe Ruth to the New York Yankees in exchange for $125,000. Adjusted for inflation, this would be $2.2 million in 2023. This trade transformed the Yankees from a respectable team that won 80 games in the 1919 season to instant contenders for the American League pennant. Additionally, this trade started the curse of the Bambino superstition among Boston Red Sox fans. Despite winning 5 World Series championships between 1903 and 1918, the Red Sox would go 86 years without winning a World Series title. The Red Sox didn't win their 6th World Series title until 2004. Aside from the end of the Red Sox's first dynasty, baseball also saw the start of the live ball era in 1920. Babe Ruth's power hitting shaped the early live ball era. Ruth's home runs marked the beginning of a new era, the live ball era. Before 1920, baseball was a low-scoring, pitcher-dominated game. But in 1920, new rules and changes to the ball itself made it harder to rely on the pitcher's dominance. Suddenly, hitting for power became the name of the game, and it changed how baseball was played forever. Sadly, 1920 wasn't without its tragedy. Ray Chapman, a shortstop for the Cleveland Indians, was tragically killed after being hit in the head by a pitch during a game. This led to the adoption of stricter safety measures, including banning dirty, scuffed balls and eventually the introduction of helmets. Despite the loss of Chapman, the Cleveland Indians persevered and made it to the 1920 World Series where they faced the Brooklyn Robins. This was a best-of-9 series once again. Game 1 in Brooklyn only lasted 1 hour and 41 minutes. Steve O'Neill, the Cleveland Indians catcher, hit RBI doubles in both the second inning and the fourth inning. On the mound, Stan Kovaleski, the Indians' starting pitcher, pitched a 5-hitter. The Indians won Game 1 by a score of 3-1. However, the Robins bounced back in Game 2. Jimmy Johnston's single led to a first-inning Indians run, and left fielder Zach Wheat hit a double later in the game. Burley Grimes pitched a complete game shutout as the Robins won 3-0. The Robins carried that positive momentum into Game 3, scoring 2 runs in the first inning thanks to hits from outfielder Hy Myers and Zach Wheat. The Indians took Ray Caldwell, their starting pitcher, out of the game after that. Tris Speaker, the Indians' center fielder, scored a run in the 4th inning. However, the Robins held on for the 2-1 win. The 1920 World Series shifted to Cleveland for Game 4. At home, the Indians dominated, scoring 4 runs in the first 3 innings. The Robins pulled their starting pitcher, Leon Cador, out of the game after the first inning. However, relief pitcher Al Mamau was taken off in the 3rd inning. George Burns hit a 2-run double off of Rube Marquard after Marquard was brought on as the 3rd Robins pitcher of the game. Stan Kovaleski was excellent once again, pitching a 5-hitter. The Indians won convincingly, 5-1. The Indians dominated once more in Game 5, scoring 4 first-inning runs en route to routing the Robins 8-1. Indians outfielder Elmer Smith hit a grand slam, and Indians pitcher Jim Bagby hit a home run to the delight of the home fans at League Park in Cleveland. Indians pitcher Duster Mayles pitched a 3-hit shutout in Game 6. The Indians scored the game's only run in the 6th inning thanks to a George Burns double and a Tris Speaker 2-out single. Incredibly, Game 6 only lasted 94 minutes. Facing elimination, Robins starting pitcher Burley Grimes made an error on an Indians double steal, and this led to Game 7's first run. Stan Kovaleski pitched incredibly well while Tris Speaker hit a run-scoring triple in the 5th inning, and Indians outfielder Charlie Jamieson hit an RBI single in the 7th inning. The Indians won 3-0 and celebrated their first World Series championship in front of their ecstatic fans at League Park in Cleveland, overcoming the sorrow of Ray Chapman's tragic death. Stan Kovaleski was outstanding in the 1920 World Series, winning all 3 games he started. Thankfully for baseball, there was no controversy about this World Series. And there you have it, 1920, a year that defined baseball in ways that still resonate today. From tragedy to home run glory, this year set the stage for baseball to truly become America's pastime. If you enjoyed this look back, don't forget to smash that like button, leave a comment with your favorite moment from 1920, and subscribe to catch the next episode of How Baseball Became America's Pastime.